SU women's lacrosse also had some tough tests this week, starting with the #1 team in the land, Northwestern. Syracuse is 0-11 all-time against teams ranked #1. The Wildcats account for 6 of those losses, putting the series record in their favor at 6-1. Syracuse and Northwestern playing at Christian Brothers Academy. We get started in the first half. Christina Dove makes it 7-6 Cuse on one of her 4 goals. Orange up 10-7 at half. But in the second half, it's all Northwestern. Katrina Dowd from Shannon Smith, part of a 4-goal Northwestern run to start the second half. But T. Ladisor and Christina Dove trying to keep the Orange in this. Cuse ties it at 12-12 as Ladisor takes it from Dove. 2:47 left at the game, 12-12. But in the end, the #1 team prevails. Katrina Dowd, with 1:28 left in the game, puts Northwestern on top for good. 3 goals on the game for her. Syracuse now 0-12 versus #1 teams. Michelle Tumolo saying the Orange not there mentally the whole game.
It's more of a thinking game, so you need to have your head in it, and that's one thing we need to work on. Our head was in it, but we just need to get completely focused. We need to know that we can beat this team, and I think that even though we lost by 1, we will beat them if we ever play them again.
The ladies looking to bounce back against 16th-ranked Dartmouth. They came out strong, jumping out to a 2-goal lead, but from there, the Big Green simply dominated. 10 of the next 12 goals came from Dartmouth, giving them a 10-4 lead. Twarton nominee Christina Dove tried to rally the troops with 5 points in the game, but it simply wasn't enough as the Orange fell 17-10. We now welcome in women's lacrosse beat reporter Matt Phifer to talk a little bit more about the Orange so far this season. And Matt, team comes in 4th in the nation in scoring offense. What makes them so good?
Well, I was talking to Gary Gate, and he said that they're really trying to get away from the one-on-one offense that they used last year. They're spreading out the ball. At one time on the field, there were 5 or 6 players who could score. And the fact that they do pass the ball a lot is obvious when you look at Michelle Tumolo and T. Ladisor, who both are in the top 3 in the country in assists. And you have Christina Dove, Hallie Quillen, Jackie DePetris, as well as T. Ladisor, Michelle Tumolo, all great scorers. They're going to get in there and make sure that they score goals whenever you give them the ball.
And Coach Gary Gate, obviously someone who knows a little bit about offense. Now moving to the other side of the ball, the last 2 losses, Matt, 30 points in 2 days. What does the Orange need to improve on?
Well, the Orange need to improve on making sure that they capitalize on the turnovers that they get. That's something that they really haven't done yet, and especially against Northwestern. Also, they need to control the ball on draw controls. They've really been average all year on that, and they're average in the Big East, so that could affect them when you get into the Big East schedule. If you control the ball from the start of play, you're going to control the game. Now,
keeping those issues in mind, Syracuse still a respectable 4-3 heading into conference play. What do we expect? How do they compare to the rest of the Big East?
Well, they're one of the best teams in the Big East when it comes to offense, but defensively, they're average. And so, now, thankfully, offensively, I think they're good enough that they can definitely make up for the problems on defense against a fairly strong Big East schedule. It'll be interesting to see how it works out, but I think they'll be okay.
Thanks, Matt. Women's lacrosse beat reporter Matt Phifer. Thanks for joining us.